Hani Mahmoud joining us from Deir al-Balah in central Gaza. Hani, tell us about that incident where the Israelis targeted that ambulance in Nuseirat and also the aftermath of the attacks on the Nuseirat refugee camp.
Well, there is not only one incident where the Israeli military deliberately targeting ambulance vehicles and paramedics and civil defense crew who were trying to get to bomb sites in the Nuseirat refugee camp and remove those who could have been saved. But instead of that, the deliberate attacks on the paramedics has left the injuries to bleed to death inside this area. Only this early hour of this morning, when the Israeli military pulled out partially from these areas, paramedics were able to get these out. But unfortunately, these people were already dead because they were bleeding severely and could not be saved. This is not the first time we're seeing this is to happen, or this is happening. Past examples were proven, were documented in northern Gaza, in Gaza City, where paramedics, civil defense crew inside already marked car that they belong to the healthcare system are deliberately targeted and barred from reaching to bomb site. Just within the past few minutes, we receive a confirmation from the civil defense crew departments and their team members on the ground in Nuseirat refugee camp are in fact warning residents, local residents from Nuseirat camp to get to certain areas because the Israeli military is not far away from some of the bomb sites, and within these homes are within the range of the Israeli military artillery shelling and the heavy machine guns, because again, this is only a partial withdrawal from the area, and the Israeli military is still maintaining the upper hand in the area after clearing much of the area, whether it's like the agricultural land or the residential buildings in the area. But so far, 19 bodies have been removed from the streets and the gardens of the homes inside the Nuseirat refugee camp, all transferred to Al-Auda hospital in a Nuseirat refugee camp. But again, the number could increase dramatically in the coming hours, as there are many areas that the paramedics and other civil defense members haven't been able to reach to, again, because the Israeli military is not far from these areas and keep shooting at these individuals.
And Hani, when people aren't being targeted and killed by the Israeli military in Gaza, they're facing a desperate humanitarian situation.
Absolutely, a combination of the intense bombing campaign, the genocidal act that keeps unfolding, and whether it's the weather, the worsening weather conditions, or the worsening humanitarian situations created by the intense bombing campaign are creating the perfect recipe for more tragedies and more suffering. And it just happened this morning to be not only the lack of medical supplies and other essentials, one of the basic elements that is much needed for people's survival, flour and bread. There's a flour crisis that is leading to bread crisis, and a tragic incident this morning that led to the death of 3 women, where a stampede happened because residents, displaced people, local residents from the area gather at an overwhelming number in front of one of the bakeries that is already struggling to meet the needs of these displaced individuals. It led to the death of 3 women right at the spot. The crowd is still right there waiting to get 1 pack of bread. We happen to be in that area, and this is what we were able to document as it happened. I'm literally in the middle of a sea of hungry, displaced people in Deir al-Balah city. What you're seeing now is one of the hardest scenes that you would ever imagine to watch here. Thousands of hungry, displaced people are in front of a baker here just to get 1 pack of bread. For hours, since early hours of this morning, these group of people here, by the thousand, have gathered here just to get 1 pack of bread. A combination of a flour crisis, a bread crisis here, have pushed many of these people to stand in queue for hours here just to get 1 pack of bread. So far, because of the large crowd here, because of the stampede, at least 3 women died because of the stampede. Just given how big the crowd here, the little needs are available here for them, just making it very difficult. Daily struggle for displaced, traumatized, hungry people find themselves struggling on a daily basis for one pack of bread in the middle of this area. This is Hani Mahmoud, Al Jazeera from the central area of the Gaza Strip, Palestine.